Hey, welcome to the Bernie Dyke podcast, little Keegs and Kota episode number 3.
Yeah, our third one.
Yeah. So, thanks, man, for coming through. Short notice. I know tomorrow's Father's Day, so I appreciate you coming over.
Yeah, try to make it work. Something we enjoy doing so far. It's been good.
Yeah, and this one was good because we actually got to watch a fight before. Yeah, cheers to that. First of all, Copper Cup Cub. Boom.
Cheers.
I still can't say that right. I'm going to try not to.
The Cupper Cop Club.
But
yeah, this mic's fucking with me a little bit.
We just watched that Schwarz Fury Schwarz, whatever you want to call it, fight. And, well.
Interesting, to say the least.
Here's my first question. Are we that easy of a mark as Americans? Like, is that what the outside, like, oh, yeah, wow, they're that easy.
A fucking cash cow.
He literally dressed up like Uncle Sam. I don't even remember the fucking song he came down.
He
like
came walking out to like an American classic of some sort, like dressed as Uncle Sam with showgirls with the fucking with the feathers and shit, and he was like bobbing and weaving, just singing his heart out, like ooh, dancing like
then
a
he
madman.
Comes down. At least he actually wins the fight, which was probably staged, but the other guy didn't have a fucking chance.
Well, there's one of two things, right? Just rolling in saying all willy-nilly like saying it's probably staged, you might be right. But you can't just roll into it like that. You gotta, if it was a real showing of skills by Tyson Fury, then by absolutely all means, that was an insane 2 round before the second round ended, or maybe at the bell, like pretty much called it.
Yeah, it was like 7 seconds left.
But if it wasn't just an absolute show of skills on his part and performance, then it looked fake. It was so good. He definitely
dodged some stuff, but either that guy didn't have any game plan going into, like Schwarz didn't have a game plan, or he didn't go with the game plan. Like, I don't know if he didn't anticipate that the 6'9" guy was gonna stop your punches from coming up to his head, but he got a couple in on the body and then just stopped. But every jab got through.
Yeah, Tyson Fury was popping jabs through the gloves the whole time, just slipping them through.
Broke his nose quick.
Beginning of second round, I think that he threw like a left hook. Left hook.
He was cracking that
Caught
shit
him,
though in the first.
And then he leaned up against the ropes and ducked like 4 out of 5 shots, just bobbing and weaving, leaning against the rope, like
he looked
like a
middle
dude,
or
middleweight, light heavyweight
like
maybe. But yeah, he looked like a middleweight, lightweight.
He was definitely moving around.
Yeah, bobbing and weaving. And that right there is just defeating for Schwarz to just throw everything he has at him after he got tagged real good about 2 times after being jabbed all, the first round. And, after he got ducked and bobbed and weaved on, that's just defeating. Like, mentally, when that just happens and you just threw everything you had at that, and he just bobs and weaves you, you're like, oh, fuck. I just tried hitting this dude, and I couldn't even hit him in the head. Like, I couldn't even land a shot. So then when you back out of that, and he starts smiling and bobbing and weaving on you again, and coming at you and throwing jabs, you're just like, what do? I just tried everything to hit him. He tries again, and just gets 4 out of 5 shots missed.
It wasn't even a competition. Like, wasn't. He got 2 shots that I'm sure there was a couple more that technically, if they count them, they count them. But I saw 2 real shots to the body, which is exactly where you want to go on that guy. I mean, he's not letting you get up by his head, so you might as well light that fucking body up. But anyway,
6'9".
That wasn't even the spectacle of the fucking fight. That wasn't.
Well, hold on. Let's finish the fight though. So
that was it.
after the second time. So the first time Fury landed 2 shots, bobbed and weaved them, backed out. Landed shots, landed 2 or 3 big shots, bobbed and weaved, backed out. Landed like 3 more big shots, and that's how it ended with like 20 or 30 seconds left in the first round or so. Or the second round, second round. That's how the fight ends. And then what was the best part?
He brings his girl up, whatever. He brings her up on the mat and sings fucking the song the Aerosmith song from Armageddon.
In this sweet surrender.
I mean, I'm not going to say he didn't do way better than I would have done.
He actually sang it pretty well.
And he fought better. So, like...
Especially for a British dude.
I'm not trying to say that I'm better than this guy by any means, because everything that he did tonight, staged or not staged, I probably couldn't do it ever. So let's just get that the fuck out of the way, because if he ever finds this, like, bro, I was thinking that you and I kind of looked alike, and we had that same look until you started handing Laceritas out. So I was like, holy fuck, dude. The jabs that get through, like through fucking 2 gloves, are still like rocking your head back. Oh yeah,
with how much weight he's got, and his like anchor point is above you, or he's swinging from.
But they're like this, dude. They're not even like they're just they're just like duh. I mean, again, I don't even want to get into the world of boxing, but all I saw is that we were an easy mark, because this dude just literally came out like, all right,
he came out saying he wants to entertain.
He's entertaining somebody.
He dances. He dresses as Uncle Sam. Dances out of the fucking walkout. Has an amazing performance, and then goes on stage, says how his marketing team and promoting team is the best he's ever worked with. Shout out to Bob so and so. He's got the best marketing team I've ever worked with. They played 2 hours of Tyson Fury documentaries all week long. Before this fight, the best marketing I've ever seen. Like, going crazy. Like, so that right there, it's like America is a cash cow. Like, that was the mark you're talking about.
That's
like,
exactly what I'm saying. Like,
Conor McGregor comes in the UFC, becomes a biggest star, talking shit, throwing his hands up, talking in an accent we love.
But at least he kind of made it look cool. Like, that dude mocked us. Like, he fucking mocked us. Like, the cool thing, it seemed like I wanted to like him, because after like the Rogan interview and everything that I've heard about the guy, and he's fucking 30, he's younger than I am. I want to like him. But like, I kind of felt mocked. Maybe he is sincere.
Here's the thing about what we just watched.
Do you think that he chose that? Like he said, his marketing team and all that. Here's
the thing I'm gonna say. I was just about to like get into Keegan. So what we just watched, it seemed like the perfect comeback story. It basically was like a 20-minute long from beginning to end, like story, like a cartoon or an animated movie for kids, or even like just a kids movie. Like he comes back after 3 years Ty gets a draw in that last fight with Wilder, and then comes back and just absolutely destroys. Comes out in Vegas, like his first fight, I believe, in Vegas. They're making a big stink about or not a stink. They're sitting there praising how he's got a 30-inch stool. The only most boxing stools, all the boxing stools, the regular one is 18 inches.
He didn't even rest his ass custom on the fucking thing once.
Custom make a regular ass, just like wooden kitchen stool, paint it red, and get it. They had to bring it to the commission. They did a ton of work to get this thing, permitted to bring into the ring.
Some asshole named Josh is sitting on the sideline like,
yeah, and then
couldn't even fucking sit in. I spent 3 weeks getting that thing approved and sprayed and measured, and he won't even fucking sit in it. That's it was a guy, some Zach or something, like he fucking
Kyle. He's punching holes in drywall.
It wasn't a Kyle. No, you would have seen Kyle would have fucking thrown his monster right up on the stage. Like, bro, sit in the seat.
That whole thing's so ridiculous. How these memes are just like part of everyday life.
But that was I don't know. I hope that when we watch the next fight, that it's a fight. Because I'm so glad that we didn't have to like pay for that. Like, I mean, maybe you pay for that. But
yeah, I got ESPN Plus.
But you get a bunch of stuff for having that app. Like,
ESPN Plus. This one was promoted by ESPN. That's the thing. So Tyson Fury came out and said, like, this is the best marketing team I've worked with. And he's like, I want to give it up to like ESPN too. And so ESPN, I'm guessing this is Tyson Fury's, biggest fight, and they promoted the hell out of it for him being the main fight through ESPN. I haven't looked this up or anything yet. We just watched it, but he was like praising ESPN and then saying how Bob so-and-so was the Bob Ross of the marketing team, just went out there and killed it.
Oh, I bet that got a lot of views. I mean, but
that was a cash grab, man. A lot of
people are gonna have the app anyway, and on top of that, Rogan podcast. Everybody's heard the name now over the last fucking couple months. They're going to watch that fight. It probably didn't cost a lot of money if you know, got the app. So,
yeah.
That was definitely viewed by a lot of people, and he got paid. There's no fucking doubt. And the crazy part is there was still so much money that got spread around and didn't get spread around, and we're still not seeing it because
it's like they're trying to bring boxing back. Imagine if you were.
It's going to be the wrestling.
I was going to say, imagine.
They're turning it into.
Do you remember
wrestling.
when you were a child, when you were still a kid, like 8 years old, 10 years old? You watched wrestling, and at one point you did know it's fake, and everyone tells you like that's fucking fake. Like, why are you watching wrestling? But you still like are into it, you know. If you just witnessed what happened with Tyson Fury and Tom Schwarz, it was like
basically
as if you're a kid that age, like you were just absolutely stunned, and this is your new like Muhammad Ali figure. Like,
well, it's already fake anyway because they've been rigging boxing for years. That shit has been going on for a long time.
This is you and I are
if
you
it
and
gets
I
to a point where they can do it in a sense that it's about promotion. And they shift gears from trying to be this. I mean, it'll never change, but it's this legitimate sport like it is right now.
Well, the thing is boxing.
UFC is now like you can't even like sneeze in that fucking ring without giving somebody a concussion.
Boxing is so old and going on so long, and it's got such a big following, especially in a lot of other countries too.
Came to them and said, "Let's fucking turn this into the wrestling."
They've been wanted to try and UFC came out of nowhere, in like early, I think like 90, 91 or something. There's like the first UFC, and they're just trying to get up there with UFC and compete with them because UFC gets promoted and there's all this huge money. There's actually a fuck ton of money in boxing because of all the past history of the families and the money and the rig stuff and the bookies.
So that's what I'm saying. That fight, they got fucking paid.
But UFC is just more exciting because it's MMA. It's everything. But with boxing, it's almost like a racehorse or like dog racing. You just have they're very specific in their one martial art in boxing, and there's very specific rules like chess. It's very it's very technical.
Here's the part that I do like Fury. He's the Gypsy King, right?
He's been a fucking stud his entire movie. What is he 20 knockouts and like 21 wins or
my favorite movie of like pretty much of all time, Snatch.
One of the best.
Yeah, like seriously, it is one of my favorite movies, and you saw how that shit went. Like that shit was all rigged. Like it was all a rigged boxing. Like that's where they come from.
Well, that's the thing is Brad Pitt. He fucking
he fucked
so
he burned the house down. Man.
It's rigged, but Brad Pitt isn't down. He's like, nah, I'm gonna go out and win this fight. You gonna bring anybody to want? I'm gonna knock him out. Like he just. So it was rigged, but that's the thing. That's why they got pissed is because he wasn't throwing his fights like he was supposed to.
I have a special edition of that's got the subtitles for that part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's got subtitles as Pikey, like the Pikey edition. Yeah.
I think Pikey's a real thing. It's kind of like gypsies, like from England that went to like Ireland or vice versa. It's
ever watched?
It's gypsies just.
What the fuck is Peaky Blinders?
Yeah, I watched like the whole first season way back when it first started, and then
you fell off.
I watched like a little the second, and then I tried like, and this was like a few years ago or whatever, and then I just tried like a month or two ago to like jump back in. I'm like,
well, it's hard because
I gotta like rewatch the whole thing.
Everything's so fucking good now. Like we judge everything so much. I don't remember what the fuck we watched the other night, and we started judging, or it was Captain Marvel again. I didn't think it was that good. It wasn't like my favorite, but we attack them so fucking fast now. Yeah. And I'm like, if we would have watched that shit in 2005, I would be like, this is the great, like, fuck Iron Man. This is the craziest shit I've ever seen. But because we get so used to it, it's like.
I've always said that about like Olympics. No one watches any of these sports regularly. Like, nobody watches all the Olympic fucking track and field sports and shit. And then when the Olympics come around, we sit here and watch them. People meet up and hang out and watch them every night and watch the Olympics. And some gymnast just did a fucking crazy floor routine, all these flips and stuff, and she lands and takes a half a step, and you're like, oh, she fucking muffed the landing.
But
She fucked the landing. That's not a 10.
You just
get out of here.
Really
and you're just
good point.
And you're just talking shit about some fucking 21-year-old girl who's just a fucking athlete, like doing crazy shit that you never do, and she takes a fucking half-inch step on her landing, and you're like, oh, she sucks, dude. She's not gonna make it.
But when you see less of something too, I feel like it's more. Because like those sports, all those sports that you see during the Olympics, like if they were year round, like we would not watch.
We wouldn't pay attention to that much.
But because it happens like every now and like, show them motherfuckers that we can ski and shoot a gun better than them. Like anything.
Michael Phelps like started like Olympics went away and he started dying off. So he's like, guess who smoked some weed, dog? And then everyone's like, oh, Michael Phelps again. He's like back in the news and shit. And he's like, that's like, right. I'm popular.
If he banged the tranny now, you know what I'm saying?
You got
like
a story.
Well, now you'd be cool. Like with that whole community, like, what are you gonna criticize him? That community fucking torch you.
That's true.
But then it's the same thing like with my last name. Growing up with my last name in an area where like all my cousins didn't go to the same school and all that stuff. A few people made the attempt to pick on me, but I'm pretty quick talking. I played the game like whatever. But now I'm like, you would never get like, are you stupid enough to get picked on for that last name? Like, holy fuck, you're gonna get in trouble. Like, post that shit on social media, boy, you can get dragged. You'll never be able to open your Facebook again for some dumb shit you said to me at school.
The stuff like, that we did as kids, we couldn't have got away with all this.
I had to fight, bro. I had to either talk better shit or physically fight you because of that. And now I could just like get you in a video, hashtag like some bullying shit, and drag you. You'd never be able to open your fucking Facebook. Or whatever the fuck,
That's
Snap
true.
or whatever.
That's
like
true.
They'd have you on the news by the end of the month.
I always wonder about that.
Kid,
we need to try
like,
and find someone who's a like viral video that like got huge and fell off like over something embarrassing, you know? And try to fucking
viral is so crazy because like it can be the dumbest shit. Like I used we still do sell product to this guy, like pool products and stuff at this store. And his, I think it was a beagle. They were cooking like bagel bites or whatever in the fucking little toaster oven. And the dog pushed the chair all the way across the floor, jumped up on the chair, got on the counter, opened the shit, pulled the things out, ripped them off the hot tray.
Yes, I saw this.
That was his dog. And he gets like, I don't know, a couple thousand like every few months. He gets a check because it got shopped to like some Chinese station.
Well, and then you claim rights of it, and then you monetize
he owned
it.
all that shit, and then he just like
you monetize
sold it to like anytime America's Funniest or any of that shit wants to use it.
Oh yeah,
they have to like rent
royalties.
But it's crazy, dude. Like I've talked, and this was like 5-6 years ago, and he was getting bank off it then. Like now he's probably,
if you think about it,
more because now he's got advertising going on.
If you think about it, America's Funniest Videos or whatever kind of led the revolution of, you know, doing these funny short clips and videos, and then like Jackass type thing. Obviously, that's not America's
that's
family
where Jackass
fucking funny
looked
videos.
At that shit and said,
we can do this, like, but the hardcore version.
Well, they said the best ones that are winning aren't staged. They're like crazy. Whatever, and they're like, oh, we can do that times 10, and that's probably not even how it happened. It was probably subconsciously. Like, but they like probably we get those. This is funny.
There's those accidental viral videos, like, or even like you said, like the dog just fucking going up and opening the shit and getting the food out of the oven and stuff. Like America's Funniest Videos kind of led that revolution, and then now it's just so available with our phones and with fucking YouTube, and we could just like eventually. You know, once we get like thousands and thousands of more viewers, we'll eventually just be like, cut to monetization video.
Well, actually, I started something today. So I took the GoPro on the hike with us. And for like, and I'm sure somebody's already doing this, but for 3/4 of the hike, I held the GoPro and I walked through a badass hike, Wet Beaver Creek.
Yeah, that's an awesome spot.
I'm going to hook this thing up on here. Put like some fucking calming music or some cool music, and then anybody that's like chilling and wants to look like they're going through a hike or whatever, they can fucking watch the video and just stick it up there.
People do that stuff all the time.
And it's like badass, and then you can even see fucking jumping off the cliffs and stuff that I did today, and I was jumping in the water and swimming around through the water, and I feel like that'd be chop them all up and make them look good, put some music behind it, and
Yeah.
If you're sitting in an area like a city that you never get to do that, fucking watch that video, man. Listen to the music.
And you've already been working on adding music to videos and chopping it up and everything, doing
But
this.
I'm just saying, it's as simple as that. Like anything could be something. Like people, the highest rated fucking things on YouTube are little kids opening toys.
Like that. What's that? Like Ryan unpackaging or whatever they're called.
And there's multiple,
unboxing.
But the fucking toys, and there was another one where they like cut shit in half.
So get this. So this Ryan like unboxing or whatever. This kid makes, I'm just gonna say buku numbers. I don't know, but I think he makes like millions. Like
he's like the highest paid on YouTube.
A couple million a year or something from YouTube. And the kid's like started these when I don't even know how young, 8 years old or some shit. And he's still only, it's only been like 2 years or something that I know of. But my brother was just telling me the other day, my youngest nephew, Waylon, wasn't brushing his teeth. And like he was just a fight with him to brush his teeth, and like kid crying and trying to get him to brush her teeth. He watches a ton of those Ryan unboxing videos, and that Ryan kid has one of him brushing his teeth and like making it fun and talking about brushing your teeth.
Yeah, you got.
And my brother shows it. My brother shows it to my fucking nephew, and then he's fine with brushing his teeth. So they just watch the video and brush his teeth. I'm like, man, that is.
Glad you brought that up.
That's crazy.
Because I always used to laugh at the people that bought like the expensive toothbrush or like the water flosser or all this stuff.
The shit works.
I laughed at them because I was like, dude, they got you. Like, but
marketing at its finest.
Now that we have insurance and we're healthy, we have the HSA cards and stuff like that where you end up stacking money on it every year. And if you're not going to the doctor and stuff, you got to use some of that money. So Crystal's bought the toothbrush that hooks up to the mobile app that shows you like where you're at on each side of your teeth.
The quadrant and the timing.
Everything.
It just basically walks you through.
We got a water flosser the other day. The toothbrush is fucking badass, by the way.
The water pick or whatever.
It definitely works. And but we got the water pick, and I'd never use one of those fucking things. So it's not that you got to be coordinated, but you just got to think about what the fuck you're doing. There's like a button on it that stops the flow, and it's like a steady, heavy pump or whatever it fucking shoots out, and she mixes it with the solution or whatever, mouth rinse. So the first time I'm using it, I'm not like grasping the concept of pressing the fucking button, dude, and I am shooting this shit like all over the place. And at one point I like pull the fucking thing out of my mouth because I overfilled my mouth with the water, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta spit this out. And I like go to pull it out. I don't press the button. I pull it away. It shoots in my fucking ear, dude. It's like shooting straight in my ear, and I'm like, fucking all over the bathroom. And then on top of that, it wasn't just water. It's mouthwash, so it's fucking sticky. So now I gotta like take a shower after I just got out of the shower, because I got mouthwash all over me.
That's awesome.
But it got in my ear, man. It was like, I didn't like that part. That wasn't fun. So I've learned how to use it since then. But they're pretty nice. Is what I was trying to say.
You just line them up like right at the like bottom of the gum between the teeth, and and that shit does work.
Dude, it's way better than flossing, and they're not even expensive. Oh my god, I never thought I'd be talking about fucking dental hygiene shit, but fuck flossing. And do that. Just figure out how to use it first. Maybe squirt whoever the hell lives with you with it a few times and get like the method. But if you got an HSA card, spend the shit on like that type of stuff if you're not using that to the doctor. I'm bad. I've had insurance forever. I have not gone to get a physical. Like I do the little like wellness checkups, and they test my blood and they do all that stuff for insurance. But other than that, they don't like. I haven't done any of that. I don't go to the dentist. My teeth are good. Last time I went to the dentist, that was great. So I'm going to go this upcoming week just to make sure. So when I come back with all veneers, like gold, platinum, HSA is paying well. Go to Johnny Choo.
You're going to come back with a fucking grill and get out of here.
But, so we went to Wet Beaver Creek today. We went swimming. It was like a 3.5 mile, 3.25 mile hike in and out. Bring your water, man.
It's like 3.5 total, right? Like
no.
It's like 3.2 in and then 3.2 back out. So it's like almost 7 miles or something.
But I saw way too many people. One, I saw a lot of people like dragging fucking coolers, and like at certain points, it's a real hike. It's not.
Yeah,
like,
most of it's kind of a walk in the park, and then it gets slight incline, and then you got
like,
a section that like inclines pretty quickly.
Well, it's real rock, like real chunks of shit. It's not a path.
Yeah, but it's not a terrible hike.
No,
but definitely bring your water. It's fucking hot out here, man.
We came
what was our temperature this week? We hit like 104, 106, 107.
There was 92 when we were hiking.
No, I just meant in Phoenix. Like it's getting summer. It's getting hot, man. You should definitely bring water with you every time you're going to be walking for more than like fucking 5 minutes.
We saw multiple people going in with either a half or zero water. Like a half a bottle or zero water. And I'm just like thinking to myself, I had fucking 4 bottles in that camel pack. And I drank them.
Were these people that you saw back in like the swimming hole in the cliff diving area? Like
no, they were walking up the trail. Unless they turn around like at the.
So I was gonna say they could just live a little closer. So for them, that's kind of their regular weekend hike.
They might just go do it.
They don't go do the swimming and the cliff diving. They might just do it for a hike, like that long stretch to warm up, hit some of that incline,
a mile
go see a nice view, take a fucking Snapchat, and fucking tell your friends you're hiking, and then go back.
Holy shit, no water.
So you could do that with 1 water bottle for sure.
Yeah, you're probably right.
If you just went in and out.
Right. Well, fucking A. We did it again, but this time we have a false safe plan. Dakota knows what the fuck he's doing apparently because we just recovered all the bullshit I just lost. Dude, I don't know what the fuck. Apple, man. What the fuck?
If you watched the first episode of the Keegs and Kota, which was only 2 episodes ago, this is the 3rd, Keegan had a meltdown and was about to punch a hole in the wall.
Second.
And then I think on the 2nd episode, we lost the first like 15 minutes. In the middle of the first episode, we lost some, and you came back and we were talking about like, you're like, yeah, I just want to come out and Bruce Lee that fucking wah, 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 wah. But anyway, it happened, I remember.
Yeah, oh my God.
And then in the second time.
No, that was the camera. I didn't have my camera going.
Oh, you're right. But you've had this issue in the past with Bob, I think, or John or something. You said.
No, it was Joe from the gym.
So last time when we lost a bunch of stuff, Keegan was like freaking out, losing his short little ADHD temper, and he's like, I can't get it. So I went on my phone and I was reading off like a forum instructions on how to recover this autosave file, and I wasn't like attentive. I think we were drinking a little. We already been drinking.
Don't bore 'em,
I wasn't like
attentive
and didn't watch it. And
yeah, I just said I can't find it.
But we figured it out this time. I was like, you didn't even fucking do what I was telling you to do last time. It's right here.
I don't.
We just found it, and which leads me into anyone's listening to this, but any of my buddies. I think Austin Elfman, aka Chris Massive, who by the way, I need to show you some of his music. You're gonna love it. Or Adam, or Adam's fiance Cynthia, or Mike Ellis, Mike Easy. If one of these guys wants to come over and hang out with Keegs for like an hour and just like run them through some Logic Pro and recording and shit, because all those guys do actual recording.
Man, I'll come to you.
Yeah,
I'll come hang out.
Hook a brother up, come hang out with, have a beer with him or something, and give him the little rundown real quick on just some shit he might have questions about. He can start writing down. Because
we just fight. Like I just kind of. The worst part is I actually have my neighbor's a teacher, so if he listens to this, he's gonna kick my ass because I literally all I have to do is walk.
Oh well, you already have access.
Yeah, I have all the access in the world. He comes, sets half the shit up, or gives me the shit that I need.
Well, we gotta ask him why it's crashing at least.
I think that it has something to do with the RAM that I put in it. That or it's got something to. I think that's what it is though. Like I bought RAM and I put it in there. But
did you buy the RAM from Apple or did you buy it on like Amazon?
I bought it on Amazon.
Ooh, see?
Yeah.
That could you could be right.
Yeah, so I think I got to pull that out. And dude, the thing is, you can't buy it from Apple. You got to have them do it
to upgrade the RAM.
Yeah, and it's expensive.
I don't think you do.
Check, because I don't think you can buy it from them.
One of my buddies, rest in peace, Kyle Nolan, Kano. He worked for Apple, and I bought some RAM, and he came over and like pulled the fucking bottom off. These ones are different.
Bro,
I had the older iMac G5.
No, this is so easy.
But he pulled it off and stuck it in.
You press a button, it pops out. You fucking pull.
Oh, you're saying if you purchase it from Apple, you have to have them do it?
Yeah.
So that's where they get you on the money.
And they charge you a shit ton of money. And dude, I've done it twice now. The first time I bought it, I bought some other shit. This time I specifically bought the kind that was for Macs. I made sure of it, and it works great and it works fast. But every now and then, dude, it fucking does that. It like glitches out and just shuts down.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Strange. But at least we found
now I can fix it, so I don't give a fuck.
Well, we did still lose like 3 or 4 minutes. I don't know what we started talking about after.
No, that was it. We were good.
No, we were talking about drinking water, and then we started talking about something else for a couple minutes, and we lost it. But it's okay.
It's fine.
It's all right.
I'll see it on that.
Because we're right back at it again.
But it don't matter. So, yeah, if you're going hiking, man, if you do the hiking shit, please bring some water, because I see a lot of people.
It happened again, folks.
Fucking Apple. And I know an update just happened too, so I'm a little nervous. Like, I really don't know what's going on. But as long as we keep recovering it, I'm not getting angry this time.
Did you like turn the Wi-Fi off and shit like I was just saying?
Yeah, I did all that.
All right.
So
maybe,
who knows?
Maybe that'll help.
It'll probably crash again.
We're idiots, and this is wizardry, so we're just trying.
But it is what it is.
As I was just saying, like, someone come help my man's over here get a little Logic Pro update, a little run through, give him that quick little homie hookup.
Yeah,
with
somebody. And I'm going to talk to the neighbor and see what's going on. But one thing I want to encourage to everybody is to talk to somebody, talk to your neighbor, talk to an old friend. Go through your phone once a week and pick somebody. Like, it doesn't matter who it is. Make sure that no matter what, you'll never have to ask them for anything on that call except how the hell they're doing. And just call them up and see what's going on. Like, how you been? Like,
that's great advice.
You know, what are you doing? And you'll find out that your friends are doing things, man. And people are out there moving, they're shaking, and it's a good feeling to just get a phone call to just see how you are doing.
Like, last night we were watching the finals, the Game 6 of the Raptors and Warriors, and I like called you, and you're like, "Hey, what's up, man?" I'm like, "You watching the game?" And you're like, "Yep." And then we just sat and bullshitted for like 10 minutes watching some of those game. And I was like, "All right, I was just calling you, dude." I was just checking, now that we're hanging out again and haven't seen each other in a while. I'm like, I'm just hitting you up. We're like, sweet, bullshit for a minute, and then boom, hang up.
But like you said to me earlier too, like, don't text them. Like, don't text them.
Still text your friends.
Well, text them. No, I'm saying person, like, scroll through your phone, find that person that you're like, oh my God, I haven't talked to this person in like 4 years.
Well, shoot them that text
call
for.
Them. Don't even. No, just call them.
Yeah, that person.
Just call them and just be like, hey, man, I just wanted to see how you're doing. Like, is it okay? Like, a good time to talk? Make sure it's not a weird time. And just be like, how you been?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, that right there will change that person. And you never know. That'll be the day. Like, I remember I had a meltdown one time. I was playing basketball. It was the one time that I actually tried to take medication because I was really trying to get my grades up. And they always wanted me to take Ritalin and stuff like that. So it was the one time I actually tried to take medication to make sure my grades stayed good enough to play on the varsity or JV team. And so one night I had a meltdown after practice, and I walked home in the snow, like negative degrees, and it was a long ways. It was like 15 miles home.
A good
so
trek.
Like, it was really bad. I got a ride at about like 5 miles into it, and I was freezing. I wasn't dressed for it. And I got home, and I remember yelling at my mom that they needed to buy me the car. You know, I was being a selfish little 16-year-old kid.
Yeah.
And that I needed to be able to drive myself because I had a license. And I remember just sitting in the room, and I had a big meltdown, like one of the worst I'd ever had. Like, those pills are terrible, by the way. And a friend showed up out of the blue for no reason. Just like showed up to my house and came in and hung out. Like, it was a friend that never ever did it before. Yeah, but his name was Josh Charbonneau. He just like pulled in the driveway with his girlfriend and was like, "Hey man, we're coming up this back way." And I was like, "Oh, Keegs lives up here." And he stopped in, and it like put me in check, and like it got me in this weird mood. And like once he left, I walked out and I gave my mom a big hug and a kiss, and I told her I was sorry that I freaked out because I was a little psycho. And you know, obviously I ended up working and getting my own vehicle, but I just remember like that small little gesture of time like makes a huge difference. Yeah.
So like you're saying, back in the day when we were kids, that could happen. People would show up and just come knock on the door. But yeah, like you're saying to make it compatible with modern day with all our technology, like just call your friends sometimes.
Yeah, get a little bit of like little bit of a connection where you call them and you talk to them, where you're not just sending them a text like, "Hey man, how you doing?" Yeah, like that's simple. You can do that. There's real like they LOL. There's real no. Most of
my like friends, like good friends I talk to regularly, they're a testament. Like they'll text me or I'll text them. When they answer me back, I just call them like, "Hey, what's up?" And they're like, "Oh, hey." It's like, yeah, I know we were just texting, but I'd rather call. Especially if I'm driving, I always call people. But still, I don't like to just text. If it's someone that hits me up, I'm like, oh, shit. You know, fucking Jordan's hit me up. I'll just call him and be like, what's up, dude?
I'm super paranoid about this thing, like, glitching out.
I know.
I
was just going to mention it.
It's like being at a party, and you know there's a dude that wants to fight you, and you're, like, watching him. Like,
you actually are doing that, too. You're kind of doing that shoulder thing, like, looking up and down. Is he coming?
Speaking of that, not to completely go away from the really nice positive thing that I'm trying to talk about over here, because call somebody just for shits and grins. Yes. It could be good for you. It could be good for them. You never know. But back to being ridiculous. When's the first time and the last time you got punched in the face, and how did it impact you, like, afterward? And I don't need to hear the whole story. Like, yeah,
we don't need to like sit here and talk about our fight story. And
no. I just want to know like the first time you got blasted in the face and the last time you got blasted in the face. So, how you reacted later down the road. Not, I know you probably handled your business because I know I handled mine.
Well, no, but here's the thing: is you talking about like I've been blasted in the face like as a kid playing on a trampoline and we're like fighting or something, and someone like accidentally like double bounces and you get fucking kneed in the forehead
or wrestling but like in the face, or the head where you see the stars.
But you're talking about just something that like naturally could just happen like that on an accident.
Yeah, but it was kind of like
so I mean, I played Pop Warner football like from when I was like fucking 7 or whatever, you know,
first
like
time
8 years
you
old.
got really blasted where it like took you out of your. No, I think a punch in the face is probably.
If you're talking about like a squared up punch in the face, 8th grade, 7th grade probably.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about just getting blasted in the face, with something
like a punch in the face, like the first time someone actually landed on your face.
The way it impacted me is I was stunned at first, and then I was like, there was no instant like repercussion. I didn't feel anything at the moment because I was just bing. Like I was ringing for a second, and like a fucking flashbang grenade. You're like, whoa, and then I just got into a fight after that. So, but it wasn't like holy shit, I don't want to get hit, and it wasn't like it was nothing. Like it was this weird sensation, and then obviously afterwards, I had like a bruise, you know, like under kind of a shiner underneath my eye, like on the cheek. But you didn't feel that initial pain because as soon as you square up with someone and you bounce, like you see red, like adrenaline through the roof, and those little insignificant things don't impact you that way. But afterwards, I don't know, it actually was a positive impact because it was like, all right, I guess this isn't as bad as like I thought it was when someone intentionally is like trying to harm you and punches you like straight in the face.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. That was part of the thing I wanted to talk about is it's not really that bad. Like I think everybody should get punched in the face. Even if it's just for fun, like you should get punched in the face just so you understand that it is not the end of the world.
Well, don't like stand around for fun and punch each other in the face. But,
no, don't.
But honestly,
don't
like
do that. But like
maybe grab some boxing gloves and have a little friendly thing with a friend and smack each other up good. Like catch like a full
my first time getting
punch with power.
It was from like a friend, or I thought was he is a friend still to this day, but at the time I was confused and he got me, and same thing. I was so stunned. I didn't fight back. In a situation like any other time, I would have totally fought back. But I was no, I just took it, and we both looked at each other, and we were. And it got me.
That's it.
And
I'm done.
I'll give you this, Nick. Even back there, boy, you hit hard. He hit a square one on my face, but at the time I had a lot of scar tissue. I had a sledding accident, just ripped my face up.
Sledding accident.
Yeah, like a few years before, I had gone off this big jump and face planted in like jagged ice. So like the whole left side of my face was very, like, we went to the movies that night and it looked like I got cut and they stuffed a softball underneath my eye and it was bloody. Shit. But they didn't want to wipe it off because it hurt so bad, so they just let the blood dry. So we go to the movies and then we go into a store after, and this lady starts screaming trying to call 911. And I had to tell her that it happened earlier.
You're fine. I'm okay.
Yeah. But it was so funny. Like, I could have let her, like, lose her mind. I could have. Nowadays, they'd have been filming that shit with a camera. Like, do it.
Oh, yeah.
Get her.
You'd be one of those fucking viral videos,
Oh,
dude.
bro. She thought. Dude, it was bad, though. Like, I got lit up. But, yeah, and when he got me with the quick one, I wasn't expecting it. And then I was like, fuck, that hurt. And then, but it didn't hurt her. Like, it was just like, fuck, he got me. And then I was like, damn, he punched me in the face. And then after that, later down the road, it was like you said, it's fight or flight. You're going for it.
It's a learning experience.
But man, I think that it's good for you because I was like, it doesn't hurt that bad. Like I wiped out on my dirt bike and it hurt worse than that. Like
oh, I mean, like
when you bang
boys
your toe,
will be boys things.
When you bang your, unless someone crushes your whole, like if a fucking guy Tyson's you, like. Not Tyson Fury.
Like we were saying, or like I said, like get some gloves and box with one of your buddies. I don't mean fucking not try to knock each other out. Don't do that. Don't hurt your fucking friends.
Knock each other out.
But absolutely throw some power behind shots, like heavy jabs and hooks. But don't try to break your buddy's jaw.
It's
try to dome them, you know?
But yeah, I think everybody, even like girls, should like have a point where they get punched in the face. And most people don't need it, but there's a lot of people out there that need to understand, like, you could get punched in your face, and that's what it's like. Like, it's
absolutely.
Not.
Isn't that one of Mike Tyson's famous quotes?
Yeah.
Everybody's got a game plan until they get punched in the face.
Yep.
And that's the truest shit.
So the other thing that's constantly making me want to punch, I don't even get angry anymore. But when I walk through my house, I'm trying to make dinner.
I don't get angry. I get ADHD.
Well, I get a little angry, but I don't get that angry. But one of the things that like drives me nuts is that show The Bachelor or Bachelorette. Because
oh man,
first of all, I'm not watching it.
About to lose all of our female fans right now.
I have no interest in that fucking show. But the part that blows my mind is one, that it's again we're that easy of a target, that it's so simply scripted that I don't know why you're still watching it. Like the Jersey Shore was scripted, but they were such animals that they didn't follow the fucking script. That's what made it fun. Like that's they did to an extent.
I think that's how those are. They have a loose,
but with enough cocaine
script.
And booze. But on that show, I feel like it's so scripted and it's so annoying.
Yeah.
And then
they're definitely, at the very least, it's like you're given like a chapter by chapter, but not exactly scripted, and you're supposed to end with these outcomes type thing. And they definitely they think ahead of time and premeditate all of their speaking and thoughts, and maybe even do reshoots and retakes and fix makeup and say this differently. Like that type of stuff happens when you're working with a network production.
Even like
that's
the
why
dude
shooting this
that's
shit
an asshole
out of your
that
bedroom
starts
or out of
all
your
the
fucking
bullshit,
little office.
The dude that always causes a problem. It's always the same shit. They do it every fucking season. It's so annoying. Like it's like, dude, I could literally just run through a list if I went through and just name them. Like, oh, it was this one, this one, this one. They do the exact same shit. And the part that drives me nuts is it's all watched by a bunch of women that hate cheaters and players, that watch a bunch of cheaters and players pretend like they're in love on television by people that want real love. So, like, and I'm talking about my wife. I love my wife to death, and I tell her this shit every fucking week. And she's to the point now where she doesn't even give a shit. She just keeps watching. She just laughs at me and just lets, and I'm not, who am I to say anything? I watch fucking Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Right.
So, like, I watch little kid shit in my mind. So, you want to watch your scripted shit, that's totally fine. That's her version of wrestling. It is what it is. And I guess some of those people are married. I guess it's real to an extent, but
it
matters how big the check is. There's probably certain groups that are like, all right, y'all get along pretty good. We'll cut you this huge check, stay together, and that keeps the show brand going. Because as long as that show's getting advertising and making all that money and doing all that shit, why can't they pay those people? Why can't they pay them to stay married?
They're getting viewership. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
Dude, the fucking military does it. You get married, we'll pay you $10,000.
I guess that's true.
I don't know if it's $10,000. I'm not trying to offend anybody in the military. I'm just saying I know that there's a fucking, if you get married, and I think it's more.
Yeah, there's like a spousal allowance type thing.
So
some people try to get like a domestic partnership.
The show that makes fucking multi-million dollars and advertising and all this other shit. You telling me they're not telling those people we'll pay you fucking $15 million to stay married?
Yeah.
But you got to live in a house that doesn't look like you're making $15 million, like whatever it is.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Sign me up, baby.
Absolutely. I'll fucking put on a show on TV. I don't care. That's what all those reality shows are. I tell my girlfriend all the time, like, these shows are so fucking stupid. I can't bear watching them. She loves watching them, and she knows that there's definitely like what we're talking about, scripted type shit, but she still watches them. So do all these fucking people. All these people watch them. What do you think? What is Crystal like most? Bachelor or Bachelorette?
Oh, the Bachelorette.
She likes Bachelorette.
Yeah, because of course.
Yeah, because the lady's the pimp in that aspect.
Yeah, she doesn't. Well,
but it's funny how much they do like the Bachelor when he's the one
when he's a
playing
softie,
20 girls or whatever the fuck.
But he's playing it right, and he's not being an asshole, and he's playing soft, like he's the innocent,
like
he's the fucking victim.
I saw a perfect picture that showed like the last 3 Bachelors.
You're making out with fucking 20 chicks. And they're cool with it, and they're fighting still to get in the room with you, and they're not hookers.
And a ton of mainstream America is just watching that shit.
Not all of them are hookers.
No,
some of them aren't hookers. So
I'm sure there's some nice girls in there.
Those are the ones they make out with.
But it's just ridiculous. Like watching.
I like that new show that's coming out. I haven't seen it yet, but the I don't know what the fuck it's called. Steph Curry is doing it.
Oh, the golf. He's doing some golf thing.
Yeah. I think that should be like
it's
something like that.
We like
with
golf.
Like
it's entertaining.
Golf and like all the different sports. I think they should have like a whole bunch of cool competitions.
All the chicks that just listen to us bitch about Bachelor and Bachelorette, and then we turned around, we're like, yeah, but it's Steph Curry and it's golf, so like it seems better than their shit.
Tell me why. And any of you girls love that because I just hit some. What was it? Is that Backstreet or is that NSYNC? Tell me why.
Tell me why.
So you tell me why that show's okay. If I'm trashing y'all so bad, but tell me why. Because I don't fucking. I think it's ridiculous.
You know why, Keegan? Because it's America and it's a goddamn free country, so we can do whatever we want. And if people want to give us money and watch it, then we're gonna keep doing it.
Fuck, Jerry Springer's still rocking.
If someone someday pays us for this podcast, I'll be like, yeah,
dude,
I'll give you a shout out. What do you need?
Dr. Phil had a guy on the other day that literally was straight up admitting to beating his chick. There was all these like reports, and he was like, yeah, I get mad, I beat her, and all this stuff, and I'm like. How did he make it? How did he make it out of there, bro?
How are you here right now?
He's got to take a bathroom break. Me too. Like, come on, bro. You want to beat somebody up? Like, what are you doing? And what are you doing staying with a dude that is like glorifying beating you up?
That's crazy.
And Dr. Phil, what the fuck? I know you made that chick like a rap star, but don't make this dude like, I don't know what he's trying to be, a celebrity. Like, what's he going to be, the next one?
Can you turn my headphones up? Just a fucking hair on there.
Oh,
my headphones, yeah, not my mic.
Hey, easy, Dave Chappelle.
That's why I'm peeking a little
easy, Dave.
Over here.
You're fine, David Chappelle. You don't turn your headphones up.
Hey, turn me up. Yo, turn that track up.
So, yeah, what do we got? You got anything on there that we could actually start on our fucking...
Oh, this camera's about to turn off.
Yeah, it's all right.
Were you asking me if we have anything in my notes? I got people texting me. I got one of my best friends, Jordan, texting me.
Sorry,
and my
guys.
beautiful girlfriend, Davina, texting me.
I know the neighbor's single man studios, but I feel like that's kind of what's going on over here. Cause except a married man studio. I'm just getting Bernie Dyke shit. I should just. I think I just need a battery for that thing. Cause there's a button. Yeah, but it shoots so clear. Like,
remote?
I don't give a fuck. There's a remote. Yeah, there's a remote somewhere in this room. Yeah. They can't see it, but God, it's a mess. There's just shit everywhere. It's like anybody that's got like clutter, like if clutter makes you crazy, don't come in this fucking studio.
It's not that bad.
It's not bad, but I mean,
it's a little clutter.
Like 16-year-old.
But it's shit you probably had over here that you move out of the shot.
Some of it's work stuff because I have a lot of work stuff on this during the week. But 16-year-old Keegan's like, hell yeah, bro.
Of leather-bound books in here.
Hell yeah, bro. You got a studio, bro. I can just imagine. I would love for my 16-year-old self to walk in this fucking room right now and be like, for real?
Oh, we're about to be rap stars.
Yeah, dude, put me on, son.
You want me to play some drums or some guitar for you?
Yeah. So, I don't know. Some of the shit we have is like TV stuff, but I'm not in the mood for that tonight. What else you got on there?
Yeah. I mean, we were talking about TV a little bit, but
I got some of the stuff across that I actually wanted to talk about tonight, so I'm happy.
Oh, okay.
And go for a hike once in a while.
A lot of stuff to talk about.
And should I name the channel Take a Hike with a Dyke?
Ooh, that's that LGBTQ plus thing we're talking about earlier. Whatever. You might get attacked for that, or they might think it's hilarious and be like,
don't run a bike or day at night. Have a nice stroll. Take a hike with a Dyke. We can make it so much fun. Seriously though, should we make that channel? Because there's so many hikes out here. We go on a bunch of them. Fuck, I'll buy a better GoPro.
There's a lot of fucking great hiking trails.
We'll even buy the little stabilizer fucking arm and take off and go do some of these hikes. But the ones that we did today were fun, and I want to put them up and put some music. I haven't decided, do I put calming music? Do I put a fast-paced fun music? Like what would somebody actually want to hear when they're chilling watching that? Because I look at it
so
like,
it depends.
You know when you put the fireplace on the TV?
Yeah.
That's what I look at this
just like a background thing.
Yeah, it's like
it depends. You could do one.
Shit.
You could do one at the regular camera speed, regular frames, and just put like chill music and someone walking, or you put like some uppity happy music and you speed it up like
for the drug addicts,
2 times speed. No, not even that. Just like something a little happier, and it's like, you know, a fast forwarded version of the video, a little shorter.
So I actually had a fucking crazy idea the other day. The shower is always where you have the fucking crazy ideas.
Shower thoughts.
So one of them.
Welcome to Shower Thoughts.
That I had the other day was tied to that Black Mirror shit, and it was kind of like how the video game thing was. But what if they took your memories, right? And they could.
You talking about the same robot shit everyone's been talking about?
No, listen to this. They track
putting your brain in a computer.
Track all your memories, right? Well, all that's going to happen anyway. But what they sell you is this thing that allows you, when you go to sleep, you can pick which one of your old memories you can relive in your dream.
Something like real calming, or like feeling.
Well, no, like you pick a certain
type
time,
of thought or emotion.
Whatever happy time in your life, whatever it was, you pick that and you could go back to it. But then there's going to be people that really have never had a cool time in their life. So celebrities are going to get to take advantage of the fact that they lived the fucking coolest life ever, and they're going to get to sell their. This was like a whole thought I had the other day for like a Black Mirror episode. Whoa. And then the one I was having today on the ride home, because I was listening to one of those Graham Hancock books.
Black Mirror, if you guys want to sponsor this podcast.
Yeah, fucking reach out. The idea I had tonight is, you know how they're always saying there's a group that wants to have a new world order, it's just one group.
Right.
What if at one point that succeeded 100,000 years ago, and they created all this cool technological stuff, and they built shit like the Sphinx and some of the pyramid stuff that they can't date, and they build this cool shit, but they get bored because there's no chaos, there's no nothing, because it is what it is. So they're looked at as gods because they allow the human race to start over again, and they fucking act like they're gods, and eventually they get on a ship and they leave this fucking planet, and every time they try to come back, we're at that stage now that we're like, you ain't coming back, motherfucker. And they're like, guys, just relax. And they're like, let them keep going. As they get older, they'll learn that it's okay, and then they'll come back again. And they can. I had this idea. I'm like riding down.
Yeah, you went
dude,
deep
Crystal
on this
fell
shit.
asleep. She fell asleep in the truck. I was on my third fucking cold brew of the day, and I'm like, third cold brew, baby.
I love there's always a section where Keegan gets back on his bullshit and we start talking about conspiracy theories. I love it. It's hilarious.
Hey, why couldn't that have happened?
That absolutely could have happened. That's the thing.
That's what we're fighting to do again. What do we always do is we repeat history. So who's to say that shit didn't already fucking happen?
Yeah.
And they got to the point where, why make metal? Why make all this byproduct when they don't have the people to do it? And they just have technological stuff that they can create it with.
What if there was people on Mars and they already had all that shit, and then it was last ditch effort, and they took like, you know, a surviving population of people and sent them over to Earth, crashed their fucking rocket ships here and started humanity, and we have nothing about it in the books, and it all went to shit, and people made it, and then it turned into a caveman, but that already existed in Mars. I mean, that's kind of, you know, the line you're talking about right now.
They say we couldn't do it, but do you think that we have lasers that could cut rock?
Working in granite so long, I think we would fucking know by now if we could cut through granite with fucking lasers.
Not if they don't want to tell you that.
Because you cannot.
Yeah, because that could start showing you like, well, maybe we're not there yet. Maybe you don't use a laser. Maybe you're using plasma.
But what's your take on this? What would we use this technology for?
Well, my point is if you're creating weightless, like, I don't know, how the fuck would you do it if you didn't have a bunch of people? You make shit weightless with vibration, or you cut stuff with some type of technology that can cut through rock? Way back, like how you carve that Sphinx. That Sphinx, I was listening to a whole thing today. That I
didn't know your take on this. You didn't mention the Sphinx.
They easily prove that the Sphinx has water erosion.
Instead of being built, you're saying it was like cut and carved. Yeah,
it's carved, and they even say that the face could have been recarved. What we like to think in like standard world history is that they just had a lot of, you know, fucking tools
they were using hammers and chisels and chipping the fuck away at that, and explosives.
Let me tell you how they disprove it. Okay, so you say that the water erosion on that Sphinx doesn't match up with our timeline.
So you're saying something else cut that rock and made those.
Well, where's
marking?
the civilization? Show us. You're saying all this stuff, and the guy has made it very clear. Like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying as a geological standpoint that rock has eroded from water. It could not have been done from wind, and it couldn't have been done from sand. So if it had to have been done from water, the water didn't happen here before 10,000 BC. It happened after 10,000
wind
BC.
And sand and water all had a role to play in it, but
no.
they're showing a certain type of erosion.
That's
that
what I'm
the
saying.
way when you put it under a
It's
microscope
water.
and the way the pores are either busted open or cut over, or chipped off or breaking down, the way those pores look up close on. They found a type of erosion, because there is sand and wind and water erosion, but they found a type of water erosion that only shows in certain situations.
And they found another pyramid that has the same stones from that same block.
Yeah, made from like the same area, geographical, like dug out of the same rock or the rock quarry or mine.
Different time, like, dude, there's no way, because you look at different, like they say between the 4th, 5th, and 6th BC periods, like you had good fucking pyramids, shitty pyramids that are crumbling now, and then like good, amazing, and then shitty. Or even worse than that, like good, shitty, amazing, whatever. But they're like crumbling now, where you have fucking pyramids that they're trying to claim, and they can't claim them, dude. There's like Egyptology just doesn't want to admit it.
You know what the crazy thing is, and this is hilarious, because my girlfriend asks me all the time, like, well, I mean, even something as far as like NCIS, like forensics, or like talking about how old things are. She'd be like, well, how do they know that? And I'm like, well, carbon dating, like, duh. Carbon dating. You don't know what carbon dating is?
I mean, I don't know what that really means.
I know, it's like I'm just like, yeah, it's carbon dating, duh. But I'm like, I don't know what the fuck carbon dating is. I just know that that sample of carbon is from a certain generation or era, and I don't know how accurate they get on it. But
like
my point is we talk about it.
Rocks up. He went in front of the fucking board that literally goes over that type of shit, like where if something scientific needs to be changed, like anything new, anything like that, they do that once a year. And he brought this shit up back in like the 90s, 80s, or late 80s, early 90s. And their biggest discredit to it was, well, where's the fucking civilization that you claim built this? Yeah. And he said, that's not what I'm talking about. I didn't come in here to tell you that there's some fucking aliens built it. I didn't find
rudimentary tools.
I don't care
fossils.
about that. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say the stone that is on that fucking Sphinx.
Yeah, it's from a particular area at a
from
particular
sand.
time.
It is eroded. Those layers are eroded from water. And the last time water was in this area was over 10,000 years ago. So you can say whatever the fuck you want. I don't care with all the shit you whatever you want. But those lines.
Yeah. So what if it was covered like global warming started happening back then? Because it's supposedly it's supposed to just be like a normal thing the Earth does every thousands of years. It goes through this process of cooling and heating. So what if that was just the water all rose, covered the Sphinx, it all froze, made some weird type of water damage to it, and then it all went back out into the oceans and shit?
I think the worst is over. I think the worst on this planet of what they saw for destruction is completely over, because we're one continent at one point. And it broke apart. Yeah. And that was when you were going to see tectonic plates fucking doing crazy shit. You're going to see huge storms. You're going to see all that. Now that everything's so far separated, until we start to crash back into each other, or this planet gets engulfed by the sun, I don't think you're going to see, especially not in our lifetime, it's not going to matter. But you think about it. They're talking 10,000 years ago that they knew that people were on the planet. 10,000.
So here's a question I have about global warming, and maybe I'm a fucking idiot, but when you put ice in a glass and that ice melts, your water level's still at the same area. So if these glaciers that are all frozen melt, aren't they sitting in water, and the water is going to still only cover the same area? I guess from mountaintops, like that never or that are always frozen. Like you're getting excess water from there. But other than that, the water mass, like, you know what I mean? Like icebergs that are sitting in water, they're like the icebergs are melting. Yeah, but the weight is still above it, and it's still dispersing water.
You're not thinking clearly though. There's a lot of land that's still covered in ice. Once that land's not covered in ice, there's going to be a lot of fucking water. I suppose that's true. Yeah. Antarctica and the South Pole, North Pole. And
I
think that, wouldn't that be crazy if that was our issue, is that we had a Waterworld situation where we had to get the fucking water off the planet?
A lot of people bag on fucking Waterworld. I used to love that movie.
It's a fucked up movie. You know what I was really pissed off I thought about the other day is, because, you know, we watched Captain Marvel, and again, I didn't think it was the greatest fucking movie, but I wasn't hating on it that bad. But you know what really pissed me off on all those movies was Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which a lot of people aren't a huge fan of, but I still love it. You had Kurt Russell and Stallone in the same movie, and you didn't give me a little Tango and Cash moment. And have you ever seen Tango and Cash? Bro, I used to watch that as a little kid, and I
think I had this thought cross my mind, but
like, what the fuck, bro? You had the two dudes, like nothing. I didn't get to see them even close to the same scene. I needed a Tango and Cash moment, man. That's all I'm saying. Like that would have been big for me. But yeah, I don't know. ADHD to the fullest, right there.
That's how we do it, man.
I think we're gonna go see Men in Black maybe tomorrow if I don't go out on the lake. I'm gonna go see the new one.
I heard it's really good, even though a lot of people are like, it doesn't have Will Smith. I'm like,
yeah, but it's got
Chris Hemsworth and fucking who's the chick in it. But it's also like Men in Black International, so it's like they're not like the U.S. division of Men in Black.
It'd be funny at the very end if they kind of snuck in. Like maybe Disney bought them, and at the very end they snuck in that it was Thor and Valkyrie, but they were just like pretending to be humans, and they were actually aliens.
What? The Men in Black just entered the fucking Marvel universe?
Well, they're comic books.
That's why people keep forgetting.
That's what I think that the comic book world should have an area where there is a complete crossover. Why not have a movie that would be a complete crossover?
You mean like DC and Marvel?
No, that'll never happen.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not a thing.
There's too much stuff. But I'm gonna sit here and stand by that. I think I haven't gone to see Dark Phoenix. I know it bombed, but fucking X-Men needs to make an R-rated movie. They need to make an R-rated movie.
You're talking about like other than Logan and technically Deadpool? Wasn't Logan R-rated?
Logan did really well.
Yeah, it was R-rated.
But
and then Deadpool
fucking crushed. No. But my point is, if you made an X-Men movie and give me fucking Gambit. Give me Gambit. What the fuck, bro? That was my dude.
Hey, check this out. Remember how, so technically didn't fucking Magic Mike fucking play the original Gambit?
They said he was gonna.
No, I'm sorry, Ryan Reynolds. Before he was I'm off on something.
There was a dude
Didn't
that
somebody
played
play
it
someone that was Gambit?
Like it showed him for a minute, but it was a nobody.
But anyway, fuck that guy.
They were supposed to do Channing Tatum was supposed to do it.
You know who should play it, and the rest of the world agrees right now, is Keanu fucking Reeves. What if he played Gambit? That would be fucking awesome.
You want X-Men to come back right now? Right now?
Yeah, right
now. You flash back forward and you give me Gambit and you give me Keanu Reeves' Gambit, but I don't think he can pull the voice off.
Dude, of course he can pull the voice off.
Bro, that's a deep Southern voice. That's a deep New Orleans fucking, and you don't want to fuck that up.
Let him try.
And everybody loves him.
Which we do know from like statesmen that Channing Tatum can do that Texas fucking Southern voice.
I want to see some Gambit, bro, but I don't think Channing Tatum's the right person for Gambit. He's not built right.
Yeah, he's
Gambit's a tall, skinny, like you're saying. Like you're getting. Now I can't think of somebody else though. Like,
oh, you know who else from Shameless? The tall dude that plays fucking Kev in Shameless. The fuck's that guy's name?
Yeah, but I was gonna say, you know who'd be better is Ray Donovan.
No, I don't like that. I don't like that one.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. He's not the guy.
No, we need somebody better. I'm gonna think about it because we need a real fucking Gambit because that was one of my favorite characters. I think you need to make an R-rated where we get some violence, we get some real shit.
Dude, like Keanu enter the Marvel world. Let's go.
That would be huge. But Bill and Ted's is coming.
Oh yeah, they are doing a Bill and Ted's 3.
They just signed Kid Cudi on for a significant role.
Oh shit.
I'm cool with that.
That's good. Yeah, that's a crazy one. I just saw
because it's always about music. He'll get.
I just
humming.
saw at Westgate they had a Bill and Ted's like escape room. I think.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, oh, that one sounds cool. Because they all got all these themes, Terminator and Alice in Wonderland, shit like that.
Yeah, we did. I don't remember what the fuck it was, but we did when we did it in the last like few minutes. We fucking knocked it out. I had to take over. If any of my people were listening, they're like, "Fuck you." No, I took over. I took over. I got it. So yeah, it was a good time. What else is going on? Shout out to Toronto. You know, man,
big one.
Fucking Curry didn't really play well, and neither did Kawhi. So it really came down to injuries.
And Klay Thompson injuries, KD injury.
Siakam fucking showed up for Toronto. So did
Lowry showed up.
So did Lowry, and that
Van Vliet.
Van Vliet, yeah, he definitely fucking showed up at the end. He took those shots.
He was drilling threes. I think he had like 18 points in the fucking fourth, which is huge.
Yeah, it was definitely. Shout out to Toronto, man, and it's about time that the NBA took advantage of it. You know, took advantage of. Now you got all of Canada. Do you remember when Yao Ming used to play and he always got that MVP and all that because fucking all of China was voting for him?
Have you seen all the hype with Jeremy Lin on Toronto?
Oh yeah,
it's hilarious. Jeremy Lin barely played in the whole final series, and
did he even play?
I thought he did. I thought he had a few minutes on court.
I don't remember, but. I wasn't paying attention to some of the games, but I don't remember him playing.
But I saw like
I saw a picture of him when he held the fucking trophy. He looked weirded out, like I shouldn't be holding this.
Yeah, I saw a picture of him next to someone else. It was like one of these guys is a NBA fucking champion, has an NBA championship ring, and I don't remember who was next to him, but it's like someone you'd assume had one.
Well, it cracks me up because it's like, remember that little minute when everybody thought he was like fire? And
the insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
New York, man.
Insanity.
New York is just fucking praying for a superstar, bro. And Anthony Davis just signed today to L.A. So Anthony Davis and fucking LeBron.
And who did they send away?
They got rid of.
They got rid of fucking.
They got rid of
Ball.
LeBron. Yeah, they got rid of Ball.
Yeah.
And a couple other players and some draft picks. I don't know, man. I mean, I think that's a good move for them. What's that? Put Rondo at point.
Yeah,
right?
LeBron and Anthony Davis. There's probably kids all over the fucking world that have played like NBA Live or 2K and have done that and put LeBron and fucking Anthony Davis on teams for years.
They're two big babies, though. Let's see if they don't get their fucking way. If shit's not going their direction, let's see how it works. So, you know, that's interesting to see. That'll give the West a little run for their money. I'm still interested to see what's going to happen on the East. But
it's always gonna be
this ain't a fucking sports podcast until they start paying me. So, yep. Music. Any good music this week?
Oh, I said I wanted to show you Chris Massive. I showed you my buddy Tragedy, a little bit of his stuff. Other than that, I mean, big music, nah.
Drake dropped a couple songs because fucking Toronto won, which I thought was kind of neat.
Oh my god! You see his picture of him like holding the fucking trophy, like we did it. He's like acting like we did this.
Bro,
we worked hard.
He was rooting. He was rooting before they were doing shit.
Of course, he's from Canada.
Yeah, but nah, fuck that. I'm gonna give it to him on that. He wasn't being all those other teams. That's why he's jinxing them because he's just doing it for the fucking because it's cool. That team didn't get jinxed.
He broke the curse. He broke the Drake curse.
What do you want? I gotta fucking piss. I don't know.
I need a drink. I gotta piss.
Should we stop?
Yeah, with a quick break.
Final break.
Refill on the beer. Yeah, this time we actually took a break that we wanted to take. We didn't get fucking crashed out by the computer. Yeah.
Saved it on my own.
Refresh the drinks.
So I promised myself I was gonna stop making that fucking sound.
Yep.
It was making me crazy.
People hate that.
So that's the problem with editing is you listen to yourself. It's probably good for me because I listen to all the dumb shit I do.
It's good. You're learning about yourself,
God.
man.
And like the last time, my hands was moving way too fast. I was busybody. I was excited, man.
That's that you're ADHD. Bro.
We were going. So.
If any of you guys have been looking at this bag back here and wondering if we have a bag of weed over here,
no,
that wasn't the case.
Wasn't the reefers? Yeah, we didn't. We're not doing the reefers.
But what we do
the Reapers
is the Reapers. Damn,
it's the Reapers. Oh, I didn't even mean to do that.
I think I think I might have mentioned it before.
This will be the last time you hear us talking clearly because...
So for like the next 10 minutes of the podcast, we're just going to cry our way out and slam our drinks, and we'll do like a little farewell.
Turns out, the last podcast, people didn't like it as much because we weren't killing ourselves with hot stuff. So I just did that sound again. Before we started
Brandon
this,
and I
we
ordered
hot
some
sauce
fucking... Oh, yeah, we ate hot wings before all this, too.
I made my own little hot wing sauce with a bunch of super hot... I bought some super hot sauce over the weekend, so...
And Brandon and I had bought these peppers for some of our hot sauces that we make a while back. And they've been in the fridge in a bag, which is why it looks like drugs. But they're dried up. I don't know if we can get a shot of these on either of these cameras, if it'll get close enough.
Or even
anyway,
iPhone,
it probably still just looks like
iPhone's probably the best one.
It probably just still looks like a bag of weed to everyone else here.
It's not weed, guys.
So we're going to eat a little sliver of this. And
I wish it was weed because it's probably
Brandon
weed
ordered it
online.
So here's a stem right here. Brandon ordered it online. No, a fucking stem of a goddamn pepper. And we're gonna each eat. Honestly, let me see. I said about a scab roughly the size of your pinky. I'll even do a little more. It's all good. Let me see.
I'm already breaking out.
Here,
what the fuck?
That's another.
I'm already breaking out, bro.
Top.
As soon as I saw it, like the top of my head started tingling. I'm sweating. Look at that. Look. I'm sweating. I haven't even had any yet.
We're gonna get a couple little crumbs that size here, like a pinch.
Are we snorting this?
I don't know, man. It's up to you.
I don't want to.
I'm game. We'll do what the people want, but you guys gotta pay me.
What do the people want?
You gotta pay me. So we're gonna just pop these in, chew them up, swallow them, and
all right,
do our farewell. That was interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna do all that. Oh, you don't want to touch your fingers with them, huh? You're thinking about pissing later. How they tasting over there, Keegs? Not hot yet, are they?
like dried hot sauce, or like real hot sauce.
Yeah, chew them up, get them around in there. We were just talking about not doing that fucking sound, and now you're doing the sound, or I'm doing the sound.
The back of my throat hurts already.
Is it that bad for you?
I told you the back of my throat is like from diving off the thing. I think I got water up my nose. It's like raw.
Yeah, my right ear has been plugged like all day from diving at the fucking the little water park with my daughter and my girlfriend.
Okay.
It's hot. They're pretty hot, aren't they? We're gonna start sweating.
Hi guys. So, all right, name the last 3 presidents.
The last 3, fucking Trump, Obama, Bush, Clinton.
Okay, good job. Give me something easy.
How many woodchuck? Name the top 3 American car brands. I don't know. Oh god, I'm getting the hiccups. That's how you know it's hot.
Chevy. No, I'm just kidding. Well, American.
Dodge, Ford, Chevy. Probably.
Dodge, Ford, Chevy. Yeah. I'm crying.
I'm getting lit up now too. I got the hiccups. This is good.
I normally tell you don't ever breathe or burp on me again, but you can breathe and burp on me all you want. All right, so do this at home, kids.
I hope this has been a good podcast for you guys. We appreciate everybody that's been listening to it.
That was because we love you.
Oh, I just stuck my finger in my nose after I ate peppers. Should have done what you did. Lick the table.
Dude, I'm so like...
Oh, my God.
When you start moving like a crackhead.
I should have brought the tequila again.
Oh, I came up with a new idea.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was explaining that it's the oils from the hot stuff. I have an idea. You wash your mouth out with soap, Dawn dish soap, because it gets the oils out. And you'll have a fresh botanical garden tasting mouth from that Dawn dish soap.
Because it cuts oil, cuts grease.
When I was a kid, my stepmom didn't do the liquid soap. she would rake the bar across the bottom teeth. And one time, when Vanilla Ice came out, I said to my brother, because I was a little ADHD kid running around, freaking out, and I would just say random shit like somebody with Tourette's. I would just like run around and say shit. And I ran up on him and I said, "Word to your mother." And I like kept running. I don't know why I did it. I remember it vividly.
That's awesome.
And I ran off and he told on me. And so Kara thought, sorry, name dropping. Kara, my stepmom thought that meant like, fuck your mother. Like,
I'm not that rude.
Yeah, well.
I'm saying word to your mother.
That was the only time I got my butt spanked from Kara. Kara never slapped me. But she thought I said like, fuck your mother. Like, fuck your mother. But she thought I was saying it to my brother like, fuck your mother. I didn't mean it like that. I said word to your mother, which now she understands is like, what's up? You know? But that was the only time I got my butt spanked. And she went to give me a butt spank and I clinched. And she was like, no. You ain't hurting my hand. And she got me. Made me relax. And then sent me in the room. And that's when you, like, lay down in the bed and you cry. And you, like, scream, I fucking hate you. When you're, like, in the pillow and you're, like, freaking out. But tell me this. That's the best sleep you ever get in your life.
Oh, yeah.
After
Cry
you
yourself
do
to
the
sleep.
Freak out cry. And you're like, and, sorry if I sound like you got a bubble in my throat. It's not a bubble. It's a hot ball.
I was thinking about earlier when you were saying how maybe listen to or like watch your thoughts and your memories to fall asleep to, and you were saying happy thoughts. I was like, what if some people have thoughts of like a very excruciating day and like something terrible happened, but you get that dead fall asleep and crash out right before bed where it's like you just let the world go and you sleep. I'm like, what if people go for that emotion and feeling?
No,
That's
they
crazy.
don't. You know what they do? The military would take that, and that's what they would use to train their guys.
Dude, I'm spilling beer on the table. I just splashed myself in the face.
I know. I don't fuck around. I
wipe my face. I put my finger in my nose. Everything's on fire right now.
Don't touch your butt.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Dakota. What time is it? Oh, well, it's a little early for this, but from East Coast, salutations, all you fathers out there. Happy Father's Day. Dakota, happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations on fucking being a good dad, because I know you're a good dad.
We're gonna go up to Jerome tomorrow, and I don't know, get some lunch and
I love Jerome.
maybe have a nice beer somewhere,
Going
one
to
of
the
those
Haunted
wineries
Hamburger?
or something. I'm not gonna go to the Haunted Hamburger now.
Too many times.
Not gonna go to that. We'll
I
find
like that
something up
place.
there. I'm gonna find like a cool little deli or like a little jam spot, you know.
Well, thank you to my dad, Dan Dyke, for everything that he does for me, because he's awesome. And you know what? Thank you to my stepdad from back in the day. He's not my stepdad anymore, but, you know, Dana, for fucking raising me to be the crazy little asshole that I am as well. But thank you guys and all the other dads out there, my best friends and all you guys. Thank you for fucking being good dads to your kids. And if you're not, you know, fucking get your shit together. But happy Father's Day to you guys, because tomorrow's your day. Grill some burgers, hang out with your kids, and do your thing.
Just do something you feel like doing.
Yeah,
or
man.
some other people in your family feel like doing with you if you don't have any ideas.
Have them cook whatever you. My thing's cooking. I like to cook. So like, if you come over, even if it was my birthday, I want to grill. I don't want you to cook. I want to cook. Like, I like to entertain. That's my thing.
I do that too.
My dad's the same way. So
I invite people over and cook for them.
Shout out to. We always do cool things for my dad. Like, we used to do. Well, we haven't in a few years.
My nose and everything is on fire right now.
Mine too. We used to always buy him. My brother and I would always buy him an apple tree, and so he'd plant it on the property. And we got a few apple trees out there. And then, you know, my brother passed, and so we kind of stopped doing the. We didn't do that anymore. And this year we're planning on starting it back up. So we can't be there to pick it out.
Oh.
So my sister and I are going to. You know, if my dad actually takes the time to listen to this, which, you know, he probably won't because it's very long, but he's a busy man. But we're going to have some money at the nursery locally for you to go pick out a tree to go plant on the property. So that's going to be from Jordan and I, and we also sent you a hat from all four of us out here. And, you know, I know you lost your dad a few years ago, and he was a huge part of your life, man. So he's watching. I know he is.
Yep.
It's fucking
Still
huge.
happy Father's Day for him.
Happy Father's Day for him. So,
Yep.
Dude, thank you for coming through tonight, dude. I know tomorrow's going to be a big day for you guys, so I appreciate you taking the time to come over tonight and spend some time with me. And we're making this a regular thing, dude. I love that.
So far, yeah. We're going to keep it up.
So,
and like I mentioned last time, I think if any of you guys have topics, ideas, some shit for us to talk about, send it in, comment, tell us how bad we suck or how fucking cool and awesome we are.
We don't suck.
Tell us all
awesome.
of it. We're dope as fuck, but
yeah,
tell us whatever you want to tell us.
So, Keegs and Kota podcast out. Thank you guys for listening. We super appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Yeah.